Okay, here, the time, 7:32 a.m., October 2nd, 2025. Rudely awoken by my cats. Don't like it. But we're trapped in here, okay? I know I sound sick, but I'm not that sick. I'm just poisoned and poisoned. Down there, motor rotating, clicking, not quite a clicking, but that is the best words down there. And then right after that, someone fell against the metal down there underneath my radiator, but it was on this side under this thing more. Okay, here's the wall, about 6 inches from that wall, 12 inches, right in there, but tucked up under the corner of 1511. So like that corner that this wooden thing is blocking down there. Down there. Someone fell and hit metal. These are my descriptive what I witnessed. It was not crazy, ferociously loud, but you heard it. You heard that louder than the rotating motor clicking some, it seemed like a machine, okay? That was loud. That was louder, but not ferocious. And then within 1 minute of the metal and the human being falling down, poisonous gas filled this room for a good 5 minutes, just on and off. First burst made me really sick. I thought I was going to have to race. Pain and suffering, thrush level 4. Then about 2 minutes after that, another burst of just toxic, poisonous fucking gas. Pain and suffering, thrush level 3. Both times I was thinking, oh God, I have to race. It didn't burst into here long enough, directed at me to cause me to jump up and sprint to my bathroom. And then in the middle of this gas attack, a terrorist goes into the yard of 1513 or 1511 and bangs on some sort of object. Boom, boom, boom. Like they always do. They're banging on stuff in their yards. For these people down here getting gassed, I presume they didn't know why they were in their yard banging. For them, that everybody was being gassed. I presume that gas was at them, not at me. So I'm in here still trapped. There's been nothing done about this place. I woke up like my nightmare I have vocalized continues. I go to sleep, I wake up, there's nothing done. I look at the news, no one's arrested, nothing's being done. Now I put up the Ukraine and I put up the US, so I know like I'm putting things up, but they need to stop the poison. This is lethal gases. This is stockpiling chemical weapons. That is so fucking crazy, 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 crazy illegal. And they just stockpile and use chemical weapons like it's going out of style in this fucking property and up and down the street. They also have used bio weapons. And then I just said last night before I fell asleep, within an hour's range, I went to sleep around 10:30 p.m. I said about these explosive weapons. Those explosive weapons that I testified to before I fell asleep are very complicated to make, and I was correct in reporting to the public about how you'd have to be a military that has a higher grade. It's not as simple, those weapons, with the weight, but the weight is pretty complicated. But it's what I'm smelling, folks, what those weapons are made of. So it have to be a superpower military or a really higher grade military. So you got Russia, US, China, Pakistan, possibly India, just a handful of places like this. I wouldn't say the Saudi Arabian military unless this was U.S. stuff they were using. Saudi Arabia is really fucking evil. They're half of the reason why I was tortured in here with poisonous gases. The Indian military is in a coup. Bad. The Pakistani military, the country of China, has to deal with them. Half of them are religiously driven Muslim terrorists. So when I speak of these militaries, I'm just speaking of facts on paper. I'm not exactly friendly to some of these militaries. No, they're a serious threat. But I was correct in giving the public that information. It's pretty complicated machinery they're putting in here. And so this is what I'm trying to say. They have really high-grade, advanced weapons of mass destruction they're shoving under floors in residential houses, walking distance from the office of the president, chemical warfare going day and night. And I got to make it clear why I'm flipping out at this point about the Department of Justice thinking they're coming in here like Little Women, like a whole bunch of little women wearing skirts to tell me to get out of their dad's terrorist cell. Daddy wants me out. All right, I'm gonna go.